Hey people, this is Chinwe once more from Fountain of Resources, the blog site that gets you living life to the fullest. Today I'm going to be talking about ghosters. Yes, ghosters. If you are one who is conversant with making friends online, you will understand what I mean by ghosters. Yes, they are really ghosts, these people. So today I'm going to be talking about 3 reasons you must let go of that ghoster and move on. Not just online. There are people also you meet physically you've been dealing with that are like ghosts. Yes, ghosters, I call them too. And delving into issues again on relationships, we're getting deeper, we're digging deeper so that you will have every tool you need to deal. Today again, I repeat, I'm going to be talking about ghosting. And these are the 3 strong reasons you must let go of any ghoster in your life. Is it nice to ghost, and should the ghosted remain in limbo? The answer to both is no, with a capital N. Ghosting has become the norm for people who simply abscond in a relationship without ending it right. Yes, without having closure. These people simply walk away from reasons best known to them, leaving the object of their rejection wondering where they have gone wrong. I have been ghosted, and so have so many of us. Well, if you are the ghosted, do not beat yourself up much, because we all live in a fallen world and people are not always what they seem. There are so many reasons people walk out of relationships. It could be that they are not cowards after all, but simply do not like who they are with or who they just met. It could also be that they do not want the drama that goes with breaking up, or that the person they are with does not measure up with their supposed standards, especially if the relationship is a new one. The thing though is to know when you are being ghosted and to let it go off. Or better still, let go of that person with your self-dignity intact. I repeat, the thing though is to know when you are being ghosted and to let it go, so that the person you are hanging on to goes away and you retain your self-dignity. I truly love what my daughter said about how it is absolutely impossible for one not to find a friend in a world with over 6 billion people. This should cheer you up. If you have been ghosted, know now that you certainly will find who really wants to be with you, just as you are, all fearfully and wonderfully made by God Himself. Without much ado, let's dive into some of the reasons you should move on after being ghosted, or if your relationship suddenly ends. Number 1, it is time for a change. Change is inevitable in life, though it oftentimes hurts. But if everything stays the same, life will be robbed of variety and excitement. I know that no one really likes the kind of change that brings with it pains and bad memories, but change is a way of life, people. The most painful kind of pain is the kind caused by the sudden end of a relationship, though. This is the kind that leaves one unprepared. It could be the end of a friendship, a relationship with a lover, a relative, a colleague, a spouse, or even loss by death. This pain is heart-wrenching, especially if you are the person at the receiving end. It is really terrible when people, especially friends who have invested in emotionally and otherwise, just tear away from our lives. Ghosting, as it is called, is really a bitch, says a friend. This phenomenon, which has become prevalent with speed dating, is bringing out the beasts in people, both young and old alike. It is terrible, too terrible. This my friend kept crying as she narrated her ordeal with someone she met and had high hopes of a relationship with. Online, of course. I did my best to empathize with her, reassuring her that she will meet someone better someday, but she was so devastated to hear me, I am sure. It is really unsettling how people simply disappear from others' lives without a goodbye. These ghosters must be heartless, so into themselves they do not care what others feel, by scurrying off into the night without closure. I just think some ghosters are either cowards or damn right cruel. Well, all the ghosters should cheer up, because that is change taking place in their lives. Change is very key to growth and makes one's life's experiences rich and better. How, you might be saying, if only she knows what pain and loneliness I feel right now. I do there, because I have been there, and so have almost everyone born of a woman. Yes, don't let people lie to you. A lot of people have been ghosted. Painful emotions and fear of the unknown always keep people stuck in very destructive relationships, habits, and many other unpleasant circumstances. Some people come into our lives for a particular purpose, and once that purpose is served, they move on. But if you do not know, you cling to them and bring all the negative emotions that mugger your soul, leading to even life-threatening illnesses. The moment one grows to know and comprehend that change is inevitable and necessary for growth, it becomes a welcome part of that life. Come to think of it, life would be so boring and unchallenging if we are all stuck in one place with just the usual people doing same old, same old. Really boring. When you grow to welcome change, it becomes very easy to leave unsatisfying jobs, even if the pay is good. Get out of unhealthy habits, no matter how far into it you have been, and end a destructive relationship, irrespective of how attached you have been. I love change because it comes with a myriad of pleasant surprises if allowed its natural course. Change will make you venture into adventures you have long yearned for, no matter your age. Yes, age has nothing to do with it, people. Right now, I'm making music, dancing, swimming, planning to visit all the places I've longed to visit, COVID restrictions and all. Who cares? Just like ghosting, and many other things we have always wanted to do with our lives, something deep inside us and nature tells us that it is time to move on. But because of fear of pain and the unknown, we ignore many warning signs that keep us restless and unsettled. Well, the time for that change has come. And if you are reading this and asking for a sign, here it is. Just do it and get your groove back on. Yes, get your groove back on. Life is just too short to be stagnated because of fear. It's time to conquer your fears. Number 2. You are not the problem, the ghoster is. Yes, it might often appear that the one whose friend left or ghosted has done something wrong to him or her, but the opposite is actually the case. The ones who live without closure have character defect and need help. They lack grace and might also have been hurt so badly in the past by others. They are probably paying back what they went through in the hands of other people, so they enter other relationships, comparing you with those that ghosted or hurt them in the past. Most of the people that have been ghosted that I spoke with believe that some of the people that ghosted them were judgmental. These people, they believe, formed an opinion of who they thought they were even before getting to know them well. My lady friend felt that her friend simply assessed her in his head, and when what he thought he wanted was not seemingly there, he disappeared into the thin air. This is more so with new relationships with little or no ties, especially with people in the lives of those they plan to ghost. My take is that these kind of people are the peripheral kind with no depth and so not built to last. What worries me though is why people have sleepless nights over them. My lady friend seemed distraught for weeks before most of my counsel sank in, and she started coming out to hang with the community of friends I am building as a support system for issues like hers. I honestly wonder why people waste their emotions and time on people who do not care enough about them to end the relationship civilly. When you realize that the ghoster's plan is not just to hurt your feelings, but to make you lose your self-esteem, you will know it is not time to sit and wail or bemoan your lot. Rather, you should know it is time to dust up, clean up, and forge on. And this time, more determined to never let losers like that into your life ever again. Caution, under the front peak with the black dude, another time to have a lick of fun. Honestly, if you go to my blog site, you will see what I'm talking about. Well, number 3, you deserve better. You ought to know that you deserve better than you give yourself credit for. In a world of more transient people, one must not be in a hurry to engage with just anyone, no matter how lonely or how good the chemistry between you and the person might be. We must learn to delay sexual intimacy, for it blackmails people into unwholesome, damaging relationships because of the false intimacy it portends. Intimacy, yeah. We all must learn not to put the cart before the horse, especially the women. You must be willing to wait till you find a balanced, stable personality before entering any kind of relationship. Otherwise, you never can be sure of what to expect. You must look intently and be sure of who you plan on relating with before opening up your heart and life, except you want to be ghosted again. You should go into a relationship with someone who likes you as you are, just as you do him or her, warts, weaknesses and all. Just like Dr. Henry Cloud said, it is one thing to have safety in relationship. It is quite another to be truly known and accepted in this relationship or that relationship. This is in Changes That Heal, How to Understand Your Past to Ensure a Healthier Future by Dr. Henry Cloud in page 25. Beautiful book to read. There comes a time, therefore, to stop, think, and act despite how long a relationship has been. We all know how difficult it is to separate from a long relationship, but regardless of how long a toxic relationship is, be it a month, couple of years, or decades, it must come to an end for that good one you so deserve to be allowed in. But that which you deserve will not come to be till you give up the bad one. That is the power of the change I'm talking about here, folks. You must let go. You must let go. Then again, if you go to my blog site, www.fountainofresources.com, there's a photo caption under the couple. When it's time, the right one comes along. Yes, you will see that picture. Lovely one. And to ghosters reading this post, you should know that what goes around comes around. Yes, the golden rule must always resonate in your head. Treat others as you will have them treat you. Know that people already have so much challenges to deal with in this our troubled world, especially with COVID and its attendant woes. So do not add more as a human being created in God's image. You sure can do better. We are free moral agents, all right, and you have the right to choose who to be with, but at least have the decency, kindness, and respect to end it well, instead of shaking out your responsibility as an adult and scurrying off like a coward. Yes, sometimes I think it's cowardly. The world is no more just a merry-go-round. It also carries woes as it goes round. You never know when the people you treated poorly will be the ones to help you out of a very bad situation as the merry and the woes go round. You see? So, we must learn to put ourselves in everybody's shoes and be able to deal kindly. Kindness, honestly, I keep saying, don't love me too much with words. Just be kind to me. Yes, we can be kind to others. Words aren't just good enough if there are no corresponding actions to them. Can we just be nice to people? Can you have the decency to just end something you started nicely? I know it might be difficult. Some people just cling, and the time to stop clinging is now, please. If it's not working, it's not working. Can people just learn to know that? And to know that when one ends, another starts. And so I end with this. Have a reign over your heart. God gave you that heart. You just can't let it out and let it be broken and stabbed and destroyed. Guard your heart, for out of it are the issues of life. Guard it and let God be God. Ask of Him before you deal, so that we limit these ills and woes we bring into our lives by ourselves. And like I said in my last post, shine your eyes. 13 thought-provoking questions to ask before you deal. You can go read up that article or watch it in my YouTube channel. It will also guide you as you deal, because if you don't get it right, you'll always make these mistakes. And those of us who are so trusting online, how can you trust your life with someone you hardly know? Because you met the person and he's all talking or she talking all the sweet things. You need to test people before you throw yourself in. And so I leave you with this word. Cheer up. It's not the end of the world if you've been ghosted. Ask God for help. May He lead you by His counsel to a much better, longer, lasting relationship that makes for godliness. Have a good life. Tara, and thank you for listening again. Chim signing off. Bye-bye.